Hi folks, it's Aquafil again, and today I want to review the second show of the Cruiserweight Classic by WWE. And yeah, first of all, the first show was nice, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the other shows, especially the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and of course the finals, because I think the 20-minute time limit stuff will be done by then. And we'll see more really high class matches and more favorites pitted against each other. So the second show started with Tajiri versus Damian Slater. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Australian wrestling scene, so yeah, I don't know much about Damian Slater except he's a veteran of 10 years or so. Tajiri, well, we all know him. He has been in WWE for quite some time. Yeah, well, not as of late, but in the early 2000s he was there quite some time. And yeah, WWE audience is familiar with him, and this is, I think, why he is in this tournament and why he won this short but still quite nice match. WWE needs seasoned veterans in this tournament to make it look legit. Yeah, you have international competitors, but the WWE audience, especially those who are only WWE fans, they maybe have heard of a guy like Zack Sabre Jr., and yeah, maybe they have seen one or two of the NXT guys, but a guy like Tajiri, who, well, they definitely know him, and this makes this whole tournament look more legit because, hey, Tajiri, he's been a cruiserweight for a lot of years, and he has competed in WWE on the main shows. So, yeah, this has to be something, and of course that's why Tajiri wins, because you'll need a guy like him in the next round, not because he's the best wrestler in this tournament, but because he makes it more legit in the eyes of the WWE only fans. So, second match, TJP or TJ Perkins versus Mack. And well, yeah, TJ Perkins in the match acts rather cocky. Well, that's okay for me. You'll need heels in this tournament too. He shows a lot of moves. He really shows off his skills, although most of his submissions, yeah, well, they are nice. He certainly can pull them off, but in this match they didn't actually mean that much. It was more like I'm showing off here than yeah, I'll do this submission because he hurt his knee and now I'm doing that. So, the problem here is, as smooth as TJ Perkins is, Mack didn't really get a chance to showcase his skills. I mean, I know he's not a great identification figure for, or a great draw for the German audiences that watch WWE. Yeah, sure, it's nice if you know him from Western Extreme Wrestling, but yeah, well, in this tournament, if he got very far, or if he had gotten very far, yeah, well, I doubt that it would have represented in buy rates or subscriptions to the network. Still, I think it's a little bit sad that he couldn't showcase more of his skills, because this match was about TJ Perkins, and I don't know if that was a booking decision or if they just asked themselves, hey, if TJ Perkins asked them, like, hey, you know, I'm going over you in this match, that's booking's decision, can I showcase my stuff? And well, we don't know. In the end, there's a handshake and a hug, and I think, yeah, well, that doesn't fit in with the cocky stuff TJ Perkins did, because this cocky stuff is heel, and this handshake and hug face, or rather face move. Still, pretty decent match. Pretty decent. Well, the third match wasn't pretty decent. It was very spectacular. Lince, Dorado, and Mustafa Ali pulled off tons of spots, including a springboard reverse hurricane rana, a springboard Spanish fly, topes, and stuff like that. Very, very spectacular. Didn't know anything about Mustafa Ali before, but well, he even if his selling isn't the best, he definitely is very athletic, and seeing him in a possible Cruiserweight Classic 2, well, I wouldn't mind that. Lince Dorado got over here, and yeah, well, I think the American crowd is more familiar with him, so not the worst decision. And of course, with this whole lucha stuff, always nice for the Latin American crowd. Mexican crowd isn't quite right, the Latin American crowd. So, why not? The match itself, as I said, very spectacular, highly entertaining. The main event, Kenneth Johnson versus Akira Tozawa. I've been a fan of Tozawa not since I first started watching Dragon Gate Japan, but mostly since, in Dragon Gate USA he could showcase some of his skills, but his 2011, I think it was, run in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, that's where he really got me, and since then I've always been a fan, because he's like a madman. He just doesn't give up. He's like a pit bull. Cruiserweight pit bull. Great guy. Definitely great guy. And I would love for WWE to sign him, no matter how far he goes in this tournament. Although, I don't have the bracket in my head right now, but he should go to the semifinals at least. Anyway, Kenneth Johnson, a rather green guy, and there's no problem with it. I mean, Tozawa was chosen to fight or face off with Kenneth Johnson because, yeah, Johnson still needs a lot of help in the ring. That's a given that Tozawa won here. And yeah, he pulled him to a decent match, not good, not great, but it wasn't horrible either. But you saw that Johnson still needs to improve on his ring work, and that he isn't really a veteran. Nice side story. Ranayo and Brian mentioned it. Kenneth Johnson has a speech impediment, and I like it that WWE still said, hey, we don't care that you stutter. We're still going to give you a place in this tournament, and that really can help his career and maybe help him improve himself. That he got the chance in this tournament, even if he lost in the first round. I mean, losing against Akira Tozawa as a relative newbie, rookie, well, that doesn't hurt your reputation at all. It just builds your reputation. Hey, you had a match against Akira Tozawa. And that's a lot you can build on. In the end, of course, Johnson still needs a lot of work, but I like it that he got the chance here, and Akira Tozawa's deadlift German with a lot larger guy than himself, or bigger guy than himself, always looks impressive. So, anyway, the second day of the Cruiserweight Classic was nice. Wasn't as good as the first day, wasn't fantastic by any means. Still, we saw some interesting people. Some we already knew, some we didn't know anything about. So hopefully the third day will be as interesting, and hopefully the farther we go in this tournament, the longer and the better the matches will get. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I would love it if you subscribed or tuned in later at a later time again. So until then, yours Aquifel.